Hello and welcome to Newsbreak at 7. I'm Veera Raghav. We're coming to you live from Bengaluru outside the Taj West End, where you have to be somebody in the opposition who's willing to unite with the opposition to be inside the hotel today. Because as you can see around me out here, it's the stage set for the opposition unity meeting. High profile guests all turned away here. The media kept outside the hotel as there is a confabulation, an unofficial meeting of opposition leaders happening inside in Taj West End, where you have all traffic regulations all being put into place here. You saw several spokespersons even of the Congress party being stopped outside, not allowed inside. So it's an exclusive club inside today where they're going to have an unofficial meeting. With me is, of course, our NDTV team, my senior colleague Manoranjan Bharati, who's covered the Congress for many years, Pratibha, who's been covering this meeting along a little away from us is my other colleague Nihal Kidwai. All of us stuck outside the Taj West End. We're trying to hope for guests from inside to come out and tell us what's happening in there. But what we know is that an unofficial meeting is on in there. Most opposition leaders except Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule are there inside. There's an unofficial meeting after which they will have a dinner. Manoranjan Bharti, who's been covering it, Manoranjan Baba, this is location south, but it seems to be operation north. The entire focus is north here.
नहीं, आप सही कह रहे हैं क्योंकि सबसे बड़ा कंटीजेंट जो है वो बिहार से ही आया है। नीतीश कुमार आए हैं, ललन सिंह आए हैं, लालू यादव आए हैं, तेजस्वी यादव आए हैं, मनोज झा है। तो सबसे बड़ा कंटीजेंट जो बिहार से है। उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश से देखिए अखिलेश यादव हैं, जयंत चौधरी हैं। तो ये दो स्टेट जो है उसका मेजर रिप्रेजेंटेशन है। अभी जो मीटिंग चल रही है वो कल के एजेंडा को डिस्कस करेगा। कल का एजेंडा में तय होना है कि आप इस मोर्चे का नाम क्या रखेंगे, उसका प्रेसिडेंट कौन होगा, उसका कन्वेनर कौन होगा। कन्वेनर के लिए नीतीश कुमार के नाम की चर्चा है और इस मीटिंग में 3 वर्किंग ग्रुप बनाए जाएंगे। एक वर्किंग ग्रुप होगा जो कि स्टेट में आप अलायंस कैसे करेंगे उसके बारे में होगा। आप मीटिंग्स कहाँ करेंगे वो होगा और उसके बाद एक वर्किंग ग्रुप जो है ये तय करेगा कि बाकी मॉडलिटीज को कैसे डिस्कस करना है।
Yeah, that's right. Our camera crew is just being asked to move aside to clear the area right outside the Taj Hotel. As Baba was pointing out, the large focus on Bihar and UP, where you have a lot of leaders out there. They will be discussing who's going to be what in this conversation. You may not have a final outcome at the end of it, Baba, but the conversations will go on. And I think the most important aspect of this meeting from Patna to here, Baba, is the presence of Sonia Gandhi. Semi-retirement, but not yet. She's still in and taking that, in terms of talking to the leaders. So there will be a lot of focus on her and what she can achieve. Right, Baba?
देखिए सोनिया गांधी के होने से ना एक सूदिंग इफेक्ट है क्योंकि उन्होंने यूपीए जो है वो 10 साल चलाया हुआ है। तो उनका जो डील करने का तरीका है लीडर्स के साथ कनेक्ट है वो एक दूसरे लेवल पे ले जाता है।
Yeah, right. So sorry, a lot of chaos here. Hopefully no chaos inside, but a lot of chaos outside. I have with me Pratibha as well. Pratibha, any idea? Are they going to serve a Bihari dinner? Are they going to serve a UPI dinner? Are they going to serve Kannadiga Uta out there? Any indication from those in the Taj inside?
Well, in fact, if you are a Bengalurian, you have to, get into Taj West End and try the buffet there. It is absolutely amazing. Anyone would die to have a 5-star Taj West End buffet over here. And I'm sure all of them are going to have a multi-cuisine dinner of sorts because we have people from all across India over here and no better place than Taj West End for that.
Right. So no better place for that dinner, but there will be a lot more than just the dinner that's going on there. Pratibha was, of course, there inside in the morning. All journalists were allowed inside. They had a press conference as well. And then she filed this report. Let's first take a look at all the day's developments before we move forward in that discussion. Hopefully, we'll be joined by the Congress spokesperson as well as Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson who had promised to join us here in a bit, but they're possibly held up because of all the restrictions that are out here. First, let's listen into that report that Pratibha filed earlier in the day.
The stage is set in Bengaluru for a show of national opposition unity. 16 parties in Patna to 26 here in the second unity meet, which has taken over the Taj West End in Karnataka's capital city. Unlike in Patna, the focus in Bengaluru is the presence of Sonia Gandhi and an iteration that the Congress is the central force.
Sonia ji was very much there in opposition meetings. Whenever we are doing parliament agitation also, she used to be participating in meeting. Therefore, Sonia ji's person, certainly she had a vast experience. Sonia ji's presence will definitely give a strength to the opposition meeting, certainly.
Congress's last-minute peace move on the Delhi ordinance paved the way for AAP to arrive without friction. Sharad Pawar will also be present despite the turmoil at home.
This is not an individual political party meeting. It is shaping this country for the future of 140 crores people who have been suffering on various issues. This is a meeting organized by the Indian National Congress. We are just the local hosts. We feel with this climate, with this understanding, with this unity, we will take it forward and the results will come out as Karnataka has given us a mandate.
The leaders are expected to iron out their differences, set up a subcommittee for drafting a common minimum program, suggest a name for the alliance and also pave the way for the 2024 election. There are serious issues to be discussed which requires depth negotiations. There is also a need to show concrete progress after Bengaluru. What with the BJP trying to demonstrate a similar show of strength with an NDA meeting in New Delhi. Clearly, a bugle for all alliances in the run-up to the 2024 election is loud and clear. With camera person Kumar, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
So the bugle has been sounded. What does it mean? What's going to come out of it? Well, there are very few people, as I mentioned, who have access inside. One of those who tried to get inside but had to stay out, like all of us, is Brijesh Kalappa, spokesperson for the AAP in Bengaluru, a candidate as well who contested the elections here for the AAP. Brijesh, what's the sense in the AAP, given that there was a sudden softening of voice from the Congress and now that you have AAP over here for this meeting? What's the sense you're getting from inside, from your friends inside?
Yeah, actually, it's not just inside, but we also travel together. So I don't think it's completely there inside and I'm outside. And if that were the case, then there's no point in having spoken to me at all. But point is this, that as far as the AAP is concerned, the ordinance issue was one of the most important issues. And this we have been highlighting and we've been stating that, look, if there is a judgment of the Supreme Court, and not less than a constitution bench, and it's a unanimous judgment of the constitution bench even. So if that kind of a judgment is not honored by the central government and they decide to pass an ordinance to completely circumvent that, then certainly this is something which ought to have concerned the Congress party as being one of the preeminent old political parties. And this is something which we had been consistently trying to make a point of.
Right.
And the fact that finally the Congress has conceded to it, I think, showed that they were willing to walk the extra mile to accommodate, opponents who have fought them and fought them most viciously. So therefore, I think it's a good step. It's a step in the right direction. And from that point of view, I think this unity talks are very valuable.
Right. When I meant you were also kept outside with us, Brijesh. What I meant is even important people like you have not been allowed inside the place because of the restrictions that have been put in place. I think they want the sense that one gets is that they want this to be very discreet. The evening today to be discreet, and the public show will be tomorrow. Is that the sense we're getting? And in terms of chemistry, have things changed between the AAP and the Congress?
No. See, as far as personal chemistry is concerned, neither has Mr. Kejriwal ever spoken badly about either Mrs. Gandhi or Rahul ji. And so as far as personally speaking is concerned, that is not an issue.
Okay.
That never was an issue. But certainly I think as far as, creating the proper atmosphere is concerned, I think the proper atmosphere has been created.
Right. Let me also take one more question across to my senior colleague Manoranjan Bharti here. Baba, if you can tell us, what do we expect by tomorrow? I mean, is there something concrete that we are going to expect tomorrow?
जी हाँ, कल आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि कितने वर्किंग ग्रुप बनेंगे और उनका क्या क्या काम होगा, अलायंस के लिए खासकर क्या मॉडलिटीज होगी और एक कैंडिडेट जो होगा अपोजिशन का वो कैसे संभव होगा, इसके लिए आपको 3-4 वर्किंग ग्रुप देखने को मिलेगा.
Right. So important point that Baba is saying. He's saying tangibly working groups will be created. You will know that one point person. So these are headways that one expects out of this meeting, because given that it's the second meeting, Remember, what's also important is that unlike the Patna meeting, this is being held, Baba, in Congress-ruled Karnataka. So here, perhaps the message is that Congress is the cohesive force. Is that what you heard in the morning? You met Congress leaders in the morning, Pratibha. Is the sense that, look, this time we want to send out the message that Congress is the host and Congress is the cohesive force around which the opposition will be built. It's not like we somebody else and we are not equals. We may be equals. We will sacrifice to get that thing, but we will be the central force. Is that the sense you're getting?
Well, in fact, especially after the Karnataka election, that is the sense that we are picking from the Congress. In fact, it has given them a shot in the arm. And also the fact that it is being held in Bangalore, of all places, also kind of gives that kind of a message that Bengaluru will become the lucky destination, just like it did for Karnataka. It will become a lucky destination for this particular meeting and paving the way forward for the 2024 election.
Right, paving the way forward for 2024 elections. Earlier in the day, Pratibha had a chat with Pawan Khera. Let's listen into that conversation and what the Congress had to say in that conversation.
With us, Mr. Pawan Khera, the Chairman of Media and Publicity of AICC. So thank you so much for joining us. The first meeting in Patna saw around 15 parties and now it is blown up to around 24 parties according to reports. So how do you see this shaping up in the further meetings to come?
So from 16 to 26, from 23rd to 18th of July, 10 have increased. More will join us. Political parties are worried about saving the constitution of the country. They are concerned and they would like to come together to defeat these attempts.
So after the first meeting in Patna, the RLD did not join the opposition meet, and there is a likelihood of RLD siding also with the BJP. There are talks there, and there is also a divide in the NCP right now. So how do you see all of this kind of giving the jitters for the Congress too?
No, the jitters are there. People who are holding a meeting tomorrow on the same day, NDA, shows where the jitters are. The same Prime Minister about 10 days ago was attacking regional parties for being dynasts. Will he openly now say that BJP will not have any alliance, any truck with all those parties which Modi ji feels have dynasts in them? Let's see the courage of Mr. Narendra Modi. We are waiting.
Is there a strategy when it comes to holding the meeting in Bengaluru, because it is a Congress bastion right now, and also with respect to JDS being sidelined?
We had it in Patna last time. We have it in Bengaluru. Wherever everybody feels they are comfortable, we'll hold the meeting there. As far as the party you've discussed, everybody is free to join. If they are so concerned and if they have the courage to fight the BJP, they are free to join.
So also with respect to the leadership as well as the common minimum program and the ironing out of issues, how is the Congress planning all of this out? Will Mr. Nitish Kumar be the coordinator? Will Ms. Sonia Gandhi be the president?
All these issues, they are important issues, but these are not as important as the purpose why we've come together. The purpose, the cause is the most important thing, which is to protect this country, protect the constitution of this country from these repeated attacks and assaults. All these issues will be discussed.
Sorry, sir, as an offshoot of that, there are other regional parties that will also be, trying for a major chunk of seats in the respective states. Will Congress be found at the back foot?
There is nothing called a front foot or a back foot. Together we are all on the front foot. And we'll ensure that the BJP is in the back foot.
Thank you so much, sir. So that was Mr. Pawan Khera talking about the opposition meet and the way forward with respect to paving the way for the 2024 election. With camera person Kumar, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
That was Pawan Khera there. He was inside. We met him a short while ago trying to organize things outside. As I mentioned earlier, they're just keeping all focus away from the gathering inside, because today is the unofficial meeting. They'll have the dinner, they'll warm up, and then they will smile in front of the cameras tomorrow. But what's happening inside, we've got Dr. Vikrant Jwala, who's with the RLD. He came along with the contingent that came with Jayant Chaudhary. He joins us on the phone line, I believe. Dr. Vikrant, tell us what's happening inside. Is the unofficial meeting over? Has the dinner begun? What's happening inside?
You're not audible. Hello.
Dr. Vikrant, I just want to know what's happening inside. Is the unofficial meeting over? Have they started?
In the morning, Jainji has given his idea how he want to work for this alliance and how we want to put forward, right? We are here for farmers' voice. We are here for youngsters who are asking for jobs. We are here for people who felt that this is a new India where they are not having their constitutional rights. So the agenda is clear with...
Dr. Jwala, I want to know what's happening there right now. Can you be our eyes and ears in there? Tell us what's happening right now.
It is, people are meeting, right? The leaders are sharing thoughts. They're discussing what to do, how to do, what's the plan. So probably will come up. Probably our leaders would tell it better tomorrow and in upcoming months that how would this canvas would put colors to this country probably. So yes, leaders are sharing their views. They're shaking hands. They're meeting each and everyone. If you are specifically asking what is going on, the simpler, in India, we are a cultured country, so we are meeting, we are sharing thoughts. All are.
Okay, you're meeting and sharing thoughts, but what are you sharing over the plate? Any indication on the dinner that's being served, sir?
See, it's again, the idea is very clear. I am understanding what you want to, how you take it forward. But my point is, yes, we are here. That is a clear-cut message that, yes, things would go in right direction. And yes, we'll win the game.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Vikrant Jwala. Well, of course, we don't know what's happening exactly there. Obviously, we'll have more pictures coming out inside because some exclusive news agencies were sent inside. Of course, you'll have the main meeting that will play out tomorrow, after which there will be a joint press conference. That would be the matter of focus. So the opposition unity meet kicked off here. Of course, tomorrow you'll have the NDA meeting kicked off in Delhi. So the bugle for alliances has been sounded. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, much more here on NDTV. Welcome back. So all the big names in the opposition here in Bengaluru, but then the focus again tomorrow then shifts into the NDA meeting in New Delhi, where BJP President JP Nadda apparently said 36 parties will come together. So as we mentioned, the bugle for alliances on in the run-up to 2024. Let's listen into what that soundbite from the BJP President.
38 हमारे पार्टनर्स जो हमारे एनडीए के पार्टनर्स हैं उनकी कंफर्मेशन आ चुकी है तो 38 पार्टनर्स कल इस मीटिंग में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे जिनकी कंफर्मेशन आई है। पिछले 9 सालों में एनडीए का जो एक व्याप है वो बढ़ा है, स्कोप भी बढ़ा है।
38 parties, according to him, will get together in New Delhi tomorrow. Obviously, there'll be more action here in Bengaluru as well. A big press conference as well scheduled in the evening at 4:30. We'll keep a track of all of that. That's all we have time for on the show. The news continues here on NDTV.